everybody, this is Christine Bertram, and I'm coming to you live from the Hive here in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. You guys, it is Monday, the 18th of March. Here we are, the day after St. Patty's Day. Did anybody do anything fun and exciting for St. Patrick's Day? I'm curious if you did or you didn't. Let me know. I think if you guys follow me on my Cards by Christine Facebook page, I bet that you figured out that I was stranded in the Houston airport for about 14 hours yesterday with my bees that I went to onstage with. And we literally got home about not even an hour ago. I think we pulled in the driveway at 12 after 5 and it's 6 o'clock. It's 6:08 now. So I'm running on, let's say, what's the word for it? Steam, not steam, but like adrenaline. Ha ha ha. That's the word for it. So, but good times, you guys. I know that this is our mystery card night tonight. And I think what I'm going to do is I might tell you and share a little bit while we get people in and get them live with us. And then we'll work on the card. And I did have to push out my Let's Just Stamp for tomorrow at 11, and I'll talk more about that because Let's Just Stamp isn't as long as a class usually. Like normally we make those cards kind of quicker. So I have lots of stuff and goodies to share and all that good stuff. So Paula Rice found the link. Yay. So happy to hear that. Hi, Irene Smith. Hi, Cindy Runtree. And there is Debbie Gass. Wow, you guys, I haven't looked at the screen for quite a while. There's Rose. Hi, Susan and Sharon. We did have a great time at Onstage. It just, every day seemed like it went slow throughout the day, like we were living in the moment, but then all of a sudden the day was gone. Hi, Judy Sharp. I'm happy that you made it home safe and sound yesterday as well. We all were a little bit envious of all of our friends that kept saying, well, we made it home and we made it home and we made it home. And we finally did. So hi, Sherry Martin. Hi, Jamie Kirkpatrick. Hi, Sherry. Sharon, you guys, you're going to have to work with me here. I'm a little bit tired, but not tired enough to not have a great class with you. But so I might say hi a couple times to people. Hi, Diana Woodland. I just don't want to miss anybody. Hi, Linda Hunt. Hi, Sarah Merchant. There's Joanne Kahn. Hi, Jean Terwilliger. There's Barbara Rudolph. Yay. Thank you, everybody, for the warm welcoming home. If you guys want to see some of our pictures, I was trying to share pictures throughout the entire Onstage. Hi, Trish Fagley. Yay, from Charlotte. We were in Charlotte. You should have stopped at the airport or like had breakfast with us. You could have met us at our hotel and had breakfast. Hi, Deb Norman. Hi, Marie Stewart. There's Jennifer Jones. Yay. Oh, there's Julie Frost. I love it. So you guys, it was a long day yesterday. I will tell you. Hi, Dan Dawn. You know, when you're in an airport for 14 hours, the one thing that can make it amazing is being with friends that can keep it lighthearted and keep you laughing. And in some stressful situations where you have bad customer service people and people that don't always want to help you with your baggage, and it can get like disheartening and it can like work at you, right? But the group that we had, the lovely ladies that I was with, it was upbeat, it was positive. We rolled with the punches. We made sure we had enough food in our system so that we didn't get hangry. We made sure we drank water. I'll tell you, I don't know how many times we went to the bathroom in that Houston airport, but we got there at like basically 4:30. We got right through security and we didn't leave there until 8 p.m. So our flight was delayed by like about 13 hours. And then the flight today was delayed by 2.5 hours about. By the time we finally made it onto the airplane, it was about 3:15 before we landed in Milwaukee. So I'm just happy to be with you guys because I was like, if a lot of people said, oh, we would understand if you would want to schedule. And I'm like, I get that. I definitely get that. But I'm here and I'm going to have a great, where's my, oh my gosh, you guys. Oh, it's down here. So Jenna helped me clean right after we did mystery card night. There it is. Oh my God. Jenna helped me clean and she moved my my magnifying glass. And I almost had a little mini heart attack thinking about where was the magnifying glass. But we cleaned up after the last mystery card night and it got put into a different spot. So we're here. We're going to have a great class. I'm curious how many of you are new to Mystery Card Night. If you've never done it before, send out a little love or say hi. Hi, Feline Mays. I got to meet a couple people on stage that said that they watch my Mystery Card Nights, and that is super cool. That people came up to me and said, "Hey, I love your Mystery Card Night. I watch you for that." I'm like, "Yay, I love it." Anything that I can do to help inspire and get you girls using your crafting supplies, that makes me happy. So this is Mystery Card Night. You guys will use your own products at home to design, or should I say, make a card with me that I've already designed. I've got Clue 1 already published, and we'll go through that momentarily. And then we'll make sure we have all of our pieces. And what we'll do is we'll put it together. And last month, you guys I got positive feedback. I didn't get anybody saying no to me putting an actual card together with you. And so I took it as the cue to that I should do that. So I have some of my own pieces ready to put together a card. I'm curious if anybody figured out what this card is. Mary Lemke was here last month, and she helped me pull a sample card that used this layout. And so we cased a layout, and we are sharing that with you. Hi, Anna Carter. Okay. What else? So exciting stuff. We did get to see the new annual catalog. I don't have all my other stuff out of my suitcase. It's still all in my suitcase, literally. I did have my annual catalog, the new one, with my laptop, which was in my backpack, which all came out to get set up for tonight. And so I have that here to share with you guys. So I am allowed to share with you the cover. It is, you guys, it was funny. Oh, just to hear the audience. The general, okay, I will tell you, the general audience in the room was like, it was like, it wasn't it was like okay, that's a different cover. And so it kind of reminded a lot of people of like Better Homes and Gardens, like Circa Day 1972. A couple other people it's not as bright and cheerful and colorful. What they're trying to promote is that they are still encouraging and wanting demonstrators, their bread and butter, their core, like to still have gatherings. And so they are really showing off the gals getting together, having gatherings. And so, so you guys, I can share this with you. It feels different. I don't know if you can hear that. It's got a different texture to the cover. It's got a little bit of glossiness to it as well. You can see like these little leaves have a different gloss to them. And so there it is. So do you want to know what I worked on yesterday? Of course, I probably looked through the catalog about 5 times. I don't have it memorized. It is, Deb Norman, you are very accurate. That is an accurate assessment. It is a very interesting cover. Are those all paper pumpkins behind me? Hi, Hildy. Yes, all of them are available. I got 9 this time in case anybody needs an extra paper pumpkin for the month of March. They were literally, you guys, I got to show you my mail here. I'm going to share you. Then when I came home, I was like, oh man, I got a lot of mail to look at. You guys want to see my mail pile? Hang on. I had to order some envelopes and white paper, yellow or vanilla paper, all that good stuff. Hang on, let me go in here and let's see where my picture is. Here's my mail. So you guys, I came home and there all the paper. Tyler had brought all the mail in for me, and I had some Stampin' Up! Boxes. I had all the retro swaps are coming in now because they are due on the 25th. And so that was my mail. So you guys, yes, those are definitely paper pumpkins. You embody the gathering compass, so you're 10 steps ahead. Thank you I appreciate you recognizing that. I mean, so the cover is growing on me. At first I was like, it's green and it's outdoorsy, and it's not like a normal cover where it's usually bright and colorful and different. So hi, Holly Paplow. Marcia Long wants one. Yay. Okay, cool. So I'm going to write your name on it right now, Marcia, so that I'll give you that one. I noticed that one's got a little dent. I'm going to write your name on here so that I don't forget. So we got that. Perfect. Okay. And if anybody else is looking for a paper pumpkin, I can definitely hook you up. All right. And the bus depot are the most part always all have problems. Yes, Corinne. So you guys, apparently there was a lot of bad weather that went through Dallas on Saturday, and that completely messed up and hosed up the system. And our plane, to make a long story short, you're probably wondering, well, why didn't you get on an earlier flight? Well, everybody, what paper pumpkin had the bunnies? It was the one from last month. This is March. The bunnies was from February. Polly, oh, you missed the retro swap. So stay alert, because right after we have this retro swap, I will start the sign up for the October retro swap. So you can get back in on the next one, Polly. It cover kind of looks like a 70s barbecue. Yes, Jamie, it sure does. Oh, yes. The bad mail wasn't in the bad. There's too bad a mail wasn't included. A male. Oh, I get what you're saying on the cover, that they would have thrown a man in there stamping. You know, I wondered about that too, but you know, it is, I don't know. They must have marketing people that work on stuff and probably got feedback, and I'm sure they thought about that, but I get it. I totally get it. Or, you know what would have been even more awesome is if they would have had their like significant others, or like girl guy, and so they were at a couples party doing stamping, right? Hi Nancy, thanks so much. It's good to be home. So you guys, the voice is a little raspy. I will tell you, lots of talking, a lot of chatter, and talking over music and talking over everything, and so the voice starts to get a little bit scratchy. So you're gonna have to hopefully deal with my voice being a little bit weird tonight. So the plane basically. And there was a group of 8 of us. So we already knew it when we got there. Well, we didn't know it, but we figured it out later that there was no gate. And apparently the radar was broken on our plane, and they needed to fix the radar because the pilots did not want to fly in bad weather with a radar that was broken. And I totally get that. My mom and dad said, well, rather you be on a plane that works than a plane that doesn't work, right? Yeah, so Feline, stay tuned. You guys watch for emails after this retro swap is done. I will start the sign up for the October one. And as soon as it starts, make sure you get your name on so you don't forget. Hi, Judy Bobo. And so the delay, you guys, it went from 6:45 to 8:30 to 11:30 to 1 p.m. And then it was 3:30 p.m. And then it was 6 p.m. And then it was 8. That's how many times they changed our times. And every time we thought, oh, good, we'll get going and we'll make it out of Charlotte and into Milwaukee. And by the time that the last plane left, we arrived into Charlotte at 11, and our plane took off at 11. Like we literally like landed as the last plane to Milwaukee like went out. And so that's how it goes. So Corinne Bouvier and anybody else that wants to know, inquiring minds, the last chance list came out. It was published to demonstrators today, actually. I was in the car on the way home, and Karen Wetstein pulled it up, and I was sneaking a peek over her shoulder, and we saw it. So you guys, as soon as I have a moment to get through things by hopefully tomorrow, some of the things on the to-do list, I'll try to get it published and share it with you guys. And then you guys will be able to see what is not carrying over. AM, you said PM. You go, Nancy and everybody else, for right now, if I say things that might be backwards, that would be okay. You guys, we got 3 hours of sleep on Saturday night, and we got 6 hours last night, and we didn't being in an airport for 16 hours. So I may say things backwards, and I may say the wrong time. So if you know what I mean, go with it. And if something confuses you, then ask me and I'll try to clarify it. So hi, Wendy McCormick. So Capricorn Mom, go to my events calendar at cardsbycrispy.com and right here, and go to the date of April 13th, and you will see what the retro swap is all about. Okay, so go to cardsbycrispy.com, go to my events calendar, go to Saturday, and Sunday the 14th. I lied. It's Sunday the 14th. Go to Sunday the 14th, and you will find all the information for that. Debbie her daughter flew home to Chicago from Houston yesterday. She had to change her flight to a stopover in Pensacola and made her, yes. Yep, that's exactly what happened. Hi, Diane Bogenhagen. Thank you for 6 amazing days. Words cannot express how we feel. I love you too. Thank you, Diane. Okay, so long story short, we made it, and we were in the best company you could ever imagine, and so we all kept each other in good spirits. So good news there. So I think we've been rocking and rolling. We're good to start. I usually like to chat a little bit in the beginning, you guys, for especially those that are new. What we're going to do is go over clue 1. And once we're done with clue 1, then we're going to start going through the other clues. My goal for you is to have fun tonight. Hi, Susan Ray Hendricks. Long time no see is correct. So we're going to go through clues. First is clue 1. That was published with you guys about a week ago. So I want you to have your pieces ready. If you don't, it's okay. You can come to school or class tonight, and your homework doesn't have to be done. Like my homework had to be done because we're going to be making a card together. My energy continuously amazes Anna. Well, I appreciate that, Anna. They call me sometimes the Energizer Bunny. So I must get it from my mom because she has more energy than me, it seems. So we're going to then, after go through clue 1, we're going to go through the clues step by step. Now, you may not be using, hi Chris Duderanki, you may not be using Stampin' Up! Supplies, and you say, is that okay? Yes, you guys, I want you to use what you have at home. This is the class that I love to do with you where you can use supplies that you've never used before. Grab out those stamp sets, grab out that designer paper, grab out something that you've bought that you've never used, because Lord knows that we have things that we have never used and we bought and we've hidden them away somewhere. They're in our little drawer somewhere, or they're up on a shelf somewhere, and just like make it a goal to use something that you bought that you had never used before. Okay, so thanks for the thumbs up. So the trick or a tip from some of the people that have done this in the past is start with picking your designer series paper or pattern paper. You might not call it designer paper like we do in the Stampin' Up! World, but any kind of pattern paper. You say, well, I don't have pattern paper. Well, you can make your own pattern paper with stamps by making a background. And it's just a decorated pattern of a background. And I just realized, oh my gosh, you guys, I never grabbed my pattern paper because I couldn't find it. I literally pulled my pieces together at 1:45 tonight, you guys. Okay, so we're gonna punt for me, and I can always finish mine later, but the goal is for you guys to use something that you've never used. Pull your designer paper, then find your coordinating cardstock, and then pick your stamp set, or kind of have an idea of what you wanna do. Easter is coming up, right? We just passed St. Patty's Day, you guys. I missed my mom and dad's annual St. Patty's Day party. It was a little bit sad. I was crying on the inside that I didn't get a Reuben and get to spend time with my mom and dad and all of their friends, and Tyler went without me. They had Reubens and all the green foods you can imagine last night, and my mom did bring me a Reuben though, so I have a Reuben for lunch tomorrow. So I missed out on my mom and dad's St. Patty's Day party, but we do have Easter coming up, so maybe you're getting some stuff to make an Easter card. Maybe you need a birthday card. Whatever you need, just make it a priority to make this card for that card that you need this week or something that's coming up. All right. So have fun. My advice, and I think a lot of other people's advice to be for the new people, is to just have fun with it, roll with it. Don't feel overwhelmed. No, you don't have to get your card done when I finish my card. You have a week to submit your cards to get into the contest, okay? So, are you ready? Karen Wetstein said to me that when I put the magnifying glass up, you're going to see how puffy and tired my eyes really look. And I'm like, well, that's okay. So here you go. That's clue number 1. So here you go, guys. We are going to see what we have here. Okay, and we're going to see if we missed anything, right? Oh, Corinne loves Reubens. I love them too. I used to hate sauerkraut, but now I'm a big girl. I put my big curl panties on and I eat sauerkraut and put the Thousand Island on. Whatever my mom makes is always good. So I generally don't have a problem with anything anymore. So, all right. So white and vanilla. Let me zoom in, you guys, so that we can make this a little bigger. You can always take screenshots of this if you want. Just know also, oh, the color wheel. Okay, you guys, so Nancy brought it up. There's a color wheel. We all got it for attending on stage. And so I have it packed in my suitcase. So we'll go through all those things tomorrow. So white vanilla cardstock. All right, so I've already pre-stamped mine, so I'm going to flip it over so you can't see that I've stamped it. W's mean white, V's are vanilla, and when you do cool colors or cool tones, it's usually white. When you do warm and neutral colors, I would say use vanilla. And so you have one piece that is 5 by 3. Now, for those of you that like a little bit less of a margin, you can make this a small amount bigger at 5 1/16 by 3 13/16, but I know some people just hate the 16th, and so that's why I put this as 5 by 3. So you need one 5 by 3. You need a coordinating cardstock 2, but 2 pieces. Sorry, see, I'm already saying backwards. Coordinating cardstock 1, that's 2 pieces. Okay, so this little bracket, that means a break, and so we have one piece here that is 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. Right, so it is literally a quarter sheet. Hi, Jeanette Pullum from Stewart, Virginia. Thanks for joining us. So it's a quarter sheet, all right? And my coordinating cardstock color is peacock, pretty peacock. All right, so that's one piece. We also need another piece, and it's a 4 by 3. Hi, you guys, bigger takers here to say hello. Nothing to see here, officer. Keep moving. All right, this one is a 4 by 3, and it is 4 inches by 3, and it says to score and fold at 3/4 of an inch, right? there, 3/4 of an inch on the 4-inch side. So if you have a scoreboard or if you have a scoring tool, whatever it is, it's basically pick one side and just do 3/4 of an inch from the one side. And it does say to fold it. So if you want, you could already take this and fold it and burnish it. And again, my color is Pretty Peacock, okay? So we'll put that there. Tigger, you better not. You guys, 1 second. He's gonna jump up. He knows I have treats. So, okay, so these temptations, the cats need a little treat. Otherwise, they might disrupt our class again. So, all right, we need a coordinating pattern paper. Oh, I'm so sorry. You guys work with me, right? Hi, Melanie Boy. Coordinating cardstock to 1 piece. Okay, so 5 1/4 by 7 1/4. And then score and fold at 3 1/2 on the 7 1/4 inch side. So that, I wrote my instruction wrong, I think. So, and this was from a week ago. It might be right. Hang on. Let me just go here. So, all right. I realized that that might need to say at 4 on the 7 1/4. Let's just see about this. Because when we fold this, like this needs to fit in here, like that. And I don't believe that this is 3 1/2. I think that this is 3, and for me it's 3 1/16, 3 3/16. Okay, so, all right. So for those of you who have already scored it, hold off on scoring it. And what you're gonna do is make a score line on the 4-inch side. Like, sorry, at 4 inches, all right? So this is actually 4 inches here. I think I know how this happened, and I'm not gonna blame names or say anything, but I had somebody help me with the measurements, you guys. And you think so, you think you're so funny, buddy. Okay, you guys, Bigger Tigger. You guys, do you remember the live that I did over a year ago? And the cats just wanted to say hi. You guys, I'm just getting home and they want me. So, all right. So we're gonna back up, you guys. We're gonna talk about this one more time really quick. Coordinating cardstock 2 is 1 piece. The measurement itself is correct. It's 5 1/4 tall by 7 1/4 wide. But what we need to do is score it and fold it at the 4-inch mark. So go from one side and go 4 inches over. Now, you probably see what I did to my paper. I embossed it just a little bit. And what happens is that embossing needs to be on the right-hand side over on this side. So again, it's 4 inches from one side. And if you choose to emboss it, great. We'll talk about that when I literally spit and it landed right there. Diane and Chris, due to rank, you're laughing their butts off right now, I bet. Okay, it'll dry. It's drying. Okay, so the embossing is on my right-hand side. But, so you guys, I'm going to fix this on the main copy that I share with everybody in the Inspiration Hive. But this should be 4. So hopefully that is not too confusing. So again, it's 4 inches from one side. All right? Okay, so there's that piece. And then we need our coordinating pattern paper 1 and 1 piece. And that should be 3 inches. Tigger, buddy? No. 3 inches by 5. And I mentioned just a little bit ago, that is what I failed to grab for myself. You guys, you're giving us some problems here. What are you doing? Bigger Tigger. Nobody wants to see your big hinder in the video here, okay? Move it. Okay. So you guys, I could not find, I literally went upstairs and I could not find my paper that I wanted to use. So, and then I forgot. So let's just cut a piece. You guys, let's pretend this is my, that this is my pattern paper. All right. Okay, thanks for being over on the side, Tigger. I appreciate that. Okay, so we've got this as a 3x5. So let's pretend this is designer series paper 3x5. All right, I think that's it for pieces. Now that was hard. I know that was a lot to get through. I also have some other things on the side here. I have some scraps of paper in white vanilla, coordinating cardstock, and or pattern paper. You need some stamps and sentiments of varying sizes. Oh yeah, Nancy, I'm definitely tired. I can't deny that I'm tired. But I also don't know where I would reschedule the live, right? So this was the planned time. so we're going with it. We're cruising, you guys. Hi, Kenzie. So we just got started, Kenzie. We really just went over clue number 1. So besides our slight little hiccup with the 3.5 versus 4 inches, does anybody have any problems with that? Or are we good to keep her moving? Hi, buddy. Yep, keep her moving. Keep going. Okay. All right. So, good to go? All right. Clue 1 is basically having all of your paper and getting it all ready, and then we're going to start putting it together. We're going to do a little stamping, and then I'm going to leave it with you guys decorating the front like we normally do, however you want. Okay. So, without further ado, we're going to move over to clue number 2. Okay? All right. Let's see what we got here. Clue number 2. So we're making a fun fold. I don't know if you guys caught that. Paula Rice is ready. Good. Oh, here, let's go back to this. The question is what direction on the pattern paper? It's 3 inches wide by 5 inches tall. Okay, that's another little cue that we use on here, a little cue. W means wide and T equals tall. So we're looking for your pattern paper to be vertical like this. Hi, Francis Rodriguez. How is the small piece scored? The small piece is scored at 3/4 of an inch from either side on the 4-inch side. So again, 3/4 of an inch from either side. It doesn't matter which side because we can work it out however we want to. Okay, again, the DSP was, thank you, Paula, for answering that in the writing as well. 3 by 5, okay? All right, and again, you guys, this is my designer paper. When I can find my perennial lavender paper, I'm gonna cut my piece and I will put that on. So that's why it looks so odd, okay? Good call. All right, we are moving on to clue number 2 officially now. Okay, Donna Grushki's back. Hi, Connie Moore. Okay, I'm gonna flip this back over. We're gonna start on it now here. Okay, so we are gonna take this little guy here, this piece, okay? This is your 4 by 3, and you have this little flap here. So you're going to adhere the 3/4 inch flap of this cardstock to the right edge of your cardstock 1 mat, about 1/3 of the way down, okay? So how does that look? Basically, that looks like you're going to be gluing it like this, and you want to make sure that this edge here and your fold are flush, okay? Just like this. And we're only putting glue on the flap here, right? So let's look at that again. So it says adhere the 3/4 inch flap of this cardstock piece to the right edge about 1/3 of the way down. Now, and you have wiggle room. If you want it to be higher, fine. If you want it to be lower, fine. It's like your call. So like when I mean 1/3 of the way down, to me, that's 1/3, this is half, and then this is like 2/3. And so anywhere in here will work for you to glue this, okay? And I'm gonna go like right about here. So what we're gonna do is we're going to take our liquid glue, and I love, thanks Pat Fleming, I appreciate it. You betcha, Julie. All right, so we're gonna put a little bit of liquid glue right here on the flap, and I'm just gonna hold that back, and I'm gonna set it up against this 1/4 sheet mat, and Tigger buddy. And we're gonna make sure it's flush. So I'm gonna run my fingers back and forth, make sure it's kind of aligned properly over here, okay? Just so it goes nice and smooth. Tigger, I just put food down for you. Here. You guys, I literally did feed them as soon as I got home. There's nothing in there, buddy, but you can smell this if you want to. There you go. Okay. All right. So that's the first half of clue 2. Is just gluing this little panel on here. Hi, Bobby McPherson. Thank you so much. This goes like this. Okay, so you can see that there's a flap here. We're going to cover that up, though, momentarily. All right. So far, so good. So far, the first clue, or the second clue, or the first half of second clue is gluing this on. Now, adhere the right back panel. So you've got this piece here, right? So now here, this was your 5 1/4 tall by 7 1/4 wide. scored at 4 inches. Okay, so what the clue here says is adhere the right back panel of this cardstock to the card base. Now this is becoming our card base. The flap should be on the left, okay? So I chose, before I glue this down, I did emboss this. It just gives it a cool little look, okay? All right, so the back right panel. So when you are folding this, your 4 inches should be on the right side and the shorter flap should be here on the left. So what's happening is we're going to be gluing this in here like that, okay? So that's why it was important to have the 4-inch side be here on the right and this flap be on the left. And that makes sense so far? So that's what we're gonna do. Because once I glue it, I'm gluing it. I can't undo it. So fur babies, let us know. Yes, you guys, you can definitely tell the fur babies miss me. They're like all like lingering around me right now. Adhere the right back panel. So let's do that. We're gonna flip this over. And again, if you wanna emboss it, you could emboss it before you glue it. And I emboss mine with that Stripes embossing folder. All right. So we're gonna put a little bit of liquid glue here. Okay, because that's the right and then the back side. And we're gonna glue that right into the card base now. So the card mat on the back is 5.5 by 4.25. And now the size of the purple when it's folded is 5.25 by 4. Right, so we made a little fun fold here. So what's gonna happen is that's gonna open like, or like shut like this, and that's gonna shut like that. Okay, so far so good. Yes, Hildy, you are correct. You have a feeling I'm using perennial lavender, and that is exactly what's happening. Okay, how are you guys doing? Did you get your 2 pieces glued together? Like basically clue 2 is adhering the arm piece on the right to the quarter sheet mat, and then it's adhering your cardstock that is like this to the base as well. Okay, we had a little hiccup with the scoring number, but it is scored at 4 basically. Okay, so Paula said that she's good. Yes, Melanie Foy is so true. So I couldn't find it. I was upstairs at like 1:45 looking for it. I cut my pieces here. I could not find, I definitely could not find it. I looked for it. So here you go, guys. Okay, so you guys good? I know Paula said she was good. So, all right. And I realized something right here. This piece of white is actually 5 by 3. Did you guys notice that? Did anybody catch that? I'm curious because when I was upstairs, I cut mine at 4 inches. So I just cut my inch off to make this be the right size, you guys. Okay, so this is actually 5 by 3 per my little note there. Okay, all right. Everybody's doing good? Well, I should say. All right, I scored the directions and it still fit. Okay, that's good. That's very good. So I wonder if it was supposed to say 3.25, because the paper is 7.25. You know what I bet it was supposed to say? I bet it was supposed to say 3.25. You know, you have 7.25, and we need it scored at 4. Well, when you score it at 4, that leaves 3.25. So yeah. Well, I'm happy to hear that, Paula, that it still fit. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, so something might be right. So okay, so you guys were good. Okay, well, so then we might be good to go. So I'm glad to hear that it fit. Okay, so without further ado, we're gonna move over to clue number 3. Okay, let's grab clue 3 here. And let's see what we got next. Okay. So adhere the coordinating pattern paper. Adhere the coordinating pattern paper to the top. I wrote these instructions while we were sitting in Charlotte, you guys. Can't lie. And I had 7 people around me and I was trying to like partake in conversation. So I'm finding that this should be adhere the coordinating pattern paper to the top of the left panel of the left flap. Okay. So this is the top of the left panel right here. And this is where your designer paper is supposed to go. So if you remember, I said that I was going to use this piece for my designer series paper. So in the interim, I'm gonna just lightly adhere it, but I'm not really going to use this for my sample card, okay? So this is what the top half is. Now, before you guys get glue happy, just hold the phone. If you wanna add any ribbon, you should do it now by securing the ends of it behind this coordinating pattern paper. Okay, meaning, like let's say you want to put, so this is the ribbon I know I'm going to use. What you could do is adhere like the tails of your ribbon behind here, like that, before you glue it down, right? Okay, so this whole clue number 3, it's only paper, you're right. Thank you. Those I think are my purple ones. Off topic, when will they announce the new catalog? When will you announce the new annual catalog paper sample? Veronica, the DSP sampler will probably be, so the paper, so there's 2 things. The sampler, the DSP sampler, what are we in? We're in March. I would say by the end of March. So it's a good question. So Veronica's asking about the sampler. I have 2 sampler things. One is a DSP sampler and one is a paper share actually, or a product share. My goal is to get them advertised and like published before the end of March. And then the new catalog goes live on May 2nd or May 4th, I think. And so I will have all that stuff like honed down in the next 2 weeks probably. So good question though. Okay, let's go back here. So you guys, you can see here, what you could do is add any ribbon by securing the tails behind here. And then you can always like put a little extra piece on here and tie it around to make like a fake knot. Okay, so make sure you do that. So the note is you can add ribbon by securing the ends of it behind the coordinating pattern paper before adhering it to the flap. Okay, so what that means is if you want ribbon here, great. If you don't want ribbon, like let's say you're not a big ribbon person, all you need to do is glue your designer series paper down here. So what I'm gonna do is, just to make it look like I'm doing something, I'm just gonna put a teeny tiny amount, a really little, you guys, just to glue this on here so that it stays put. Okay? All right, so that's what I've got there. So that's their clue 3. It's basically putting any pattern paper or design paper, and then, but before doing that, making sure you can add ribbon to it if you want. Okay? All right, does that make sense? Yes, Sherry Stewart. Well, people are working on this clue number 3. I'm gonna tell you guys about that. The Countryside Corners designer series paper is carrying over. There is the Perennial Lavender paper is carrying over. You guys, they never carry over designer series paper, so this is new. The Perennial Lavender and also the Nature's Sweetness designer series paper. Those are 3 that I can think of off the top of my head that are carrying over. In addition, though, they're getting like 12 new packs of designer series paper that are coming into the new annual catalog. Have I heard from Rose? Yes, you guys. I got about 15 hugs from Rose while we were at Onstage. So yeah, so Rose was down in Houston. We actually were in the same hotel, which was super cool because we saw each other at breakfast every morning. So we got hugs there, and then I saw her throughout the day. And every time I saw her, I made sure to give her a hug. She definitely was Cheryl. We were sitting in the airport at 12:30, and we were watching Rose live, and because she goes live around 10 or 10:30, so we were watching Rose in the airport. So, so you love where this MC is going. Mystery card. Yay. Good. Okay. So are you guys good? Hi, Sheila from Christchurch, New Zealand. Yay. Okay. So you guys, are you good with that little bit of gluing? You are basically gluing your designer paper down or your pattern paper and then adding any ribbon if you want to. So if you're good with that, I'm going to say, let's move on over to clue number 4. Okay. All right. Let's flip it over. All right. If we're going to move from the outside of the card to the inside of the card, stamp a sentiment and or focal image on the white vanilla mat. Now you remember, my clue was a 5x3, right? So what we did, I did, and Tigger, he stepped on this, you guys. Tigger put a paw print on there. He had a dirty paw. Okay, so I cut it down to 5 inches and it's by 3 inches. I've stamped my pretty little flower here, right? So you're gonna work on your inside. Stamp a sentiment and or focal images on the white vanilla mat and keep it to the left side. Now, do you know why we're keeping it to the left side? Because when you open this up, this is gonna get adhered to the left-hand side. And you wondered probably, why did I emboss my side here if I was gonna cover it up? Well, when I realized that it needed to be 5x3, when you shut this and you shut that, you still get to see the embossing here. You still get to see that embossing right here, all right? So what you're gonna do for clue number 4, everybody. Hi, Lisa Spacek. I think Lisa said, where do you get glasses? So hang on. Hi, Brenda Lovelace. Oh my gosh, you guys, Brenda Lovelace is from Houston, and she met us at the hotel for a visit. It was awesome. I was picking a new pair myself this morning, so I really noticed how well they suit you. Oh, thank you so much, Kenzie. I appreciate that. All right. So back to clue 4. Stamp a sentiment and or focal images on your inside piece here, and you're going to adhere it to the inside of the card. Now, be careful when you adhere it. You want to make sure you keep it to the left. All right, so I'm going to put a little bit of liquid glue here. And this is going to go on our inside all the way to the left. Can you guys hear Tigger, what he's doing? He is playing with a sponge dauber in the sink. Okay, so that was our clue number 4. We're working on our inside. Stamp it, and so when you close it, your flap here is a little bit longer, or goes to the right a little bit more, and so it covers that up. But if you decided to go with embossing here, you'll see it then on this side, which is super cool because you see it peeking out of the top and the bottom here. How much more than online and you get yours? Yes, exactly. Kenzie, I definitely get my glasses from the Family Focus Eye Center here in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. They have good customer service, better than what we experienced this weekend with the airline we flew. So, all right, there's our clue number 4. So how are you guys doing with that? Sorry, it's off topic. It's okay, Lisa, we're at class. You guys have no idea. When we're at class here, we talk about anything and everything under the sun. And so and we're off topic all the time in class. So no problem. It's always good to get some feedback on where to get glasses, right? Okay, so. Tigger, what are you doing? What are you doing? Did you see that? He was playing in the sink and I called his name and he knew I called his name. And he's like, Mom, it wasn't me. I didn't do it. It was somebody else. So, oh, you guys, so thank you for your patience with the cats. You guys, they are a little bit needy right now. They haven't seen me for 6 days and I literally got home about an hour ago. So they're looking for some attention from me. I know it, and I'm not giving it to them. I'm giving it to you guys. Okay, so what we did for this last clue was we glued in our inside. So what we're going to do is move over to cinco, numero 5, number 5, okay? Number 5 is our next clue. Okay, so let's flip this down and grab our clue number 5 here. See what I have in store for you on this one. Okay, so you guys have probably made a card like this before. I would guess if you have been stamping for many a moon. Hi, Mary Lemke, thank you so much. You've been stamping for many a moon. I can think that you've probably made a card that closes this way and this way. Yes, the baby is in the sink, and he's my big baby. Yes. All right. So now that we've got like the core of this done, right? I would say this is the core. Like this is the meat and the potatoes. Now we get to have dessert. So think about if you would like to add more layers to this front flap. All right. Would you or not? I didn't have more layers on the sample card that I looked at. And I know that when I made up my card to show you tonight, I added more layers. So this is completely up to you. Anna Carter, I don't know if the color wheels are going to be available for purchase. He is playing to get my attention. Yes, he's definitely trying to get my attention. Yes, Baker Tigger. You give me like 20 more minutes, buddy, and I'm all yours. Okay, so think about if you want to add more to this. Okay, so now for you guys, you have a really, hopefully, pretty pattern of designer series paper here. You might even have ribbon. All right, so now we're talking about this right here. This top flap. When this card is shut, you have a flap here. And what I want you to think about is if you would like to add more layers to the flap. And by more layers, I mean, do you want to zhuzh it up, right? I love layers. If you guys know me a lot, you know I love to add layers just to give, it makes the card just come together better when you have little layers. Okay, so if you want more layers, I'm going to tell you what the measurements are right now. You can see them here actually. If you want more layers, we're going to do 2 more layers. And let me just double check here. I think that I've got them correct. I have my 2 layers here, right? I'm adding these 2. And the 2 layers would be 2 3/4 by 3.5. Okay, so that'll fit in there, I'm pretty sure. Let me just measure it really quick because I don't want to tell you wrong. So that was 3. It's, you guys, I did this in the airport. So hang on. And you don't have this cut anyways yet. No, Deb Norman, they did not tell us if the glass mats would be available. Okay, so good question. So for the inquiring minds about the glass mat, and this is off topic too, they don't have an announcement yet. They don't know if they're going to bring them out or not. I printed out the color wheel onto cardstock. That's perfect, Nancy. That's awesome. They don't know if the glass mat is coming out yet. They have to figure out their inventory yet. And I thought in my head, my first thing was, well, wouldn't you have that figured out? Like, right? It's already like 2 or 3 weeks into the month. They don't have an update yet for us. And so as soon as I hear if the glass mat will be available to demonstrators, I'm sure it's going to be announced to the team or to the community. So, you know, Janice, that's a good question. That there is talk about, it's retro to me. It is. The cover is very retro. I definitely agree. So they don't know if the color wheel will be available to demonstrators. And so it's very, I'm hoping so. Oh, they are going to be available. You answered. Oh, Nancy answered that for you. Okay. So Janice, they are going to be available. Janice, I didn't think you were a demon or that you were referring to a demon. So, but it's funny that it said like that. Okay. So, the other question, you guys, and you may or may not be interested in knowing this answer, but somebody asked me to ask them why they continue to make red rubber stamps when photopolymer work amazingly well with seeing through the image to be able to stamp it and see it. And so the answer to that question is that they find themselves gravitating away from red rubber stamps, but there are certain stamps that work perfectly and amazingly great as red rubber, and those are the more detailed stamps. You can get a lot of definition more so with the red rubber than with photopolymer. So those fine detailed stamps they want to continue to use with the red rubber for the time being. And they did see a trend. She told me that they are seeing a trend that more people are gravitating towards photopolymer stamps. And as they see that trend continue to happen and happen and happen, they will probably most likely follow that trend, because if people aren't buying red rubber stamps like they used to in the past, and they're buying the photopolymer, then they're going to want to have more photopolymer. So, hi, Sandy Wicklander. You mailed out the retro stops. Yay. Hi, Dana. Good to see you. Yay. So those were some questions that they asked. And I thought, you know what? You guys are watching. I might as well share those answers with you. So, okay. So let's get back on track. You guys, the kitten is gone. He went away somewhere else. So you have my attention without him playing in the background, right? All right, so I'm measuring my pieces here really quick just to make sure I'm good. I can totally tell. I wrote this PDF at the airport. Okay, so let's go back here. So we have here, do you want more flaps? So those just tuning in, just know that my blue paper is DSP. Okay, if you want a mat here, this mat here, you guys, I'm just making a 1/4 inch less on 2 sides. Would be 2 3/4 by 3. So 3 by 2 3/4. That would fit here perfectly. Okay. All right. And then if you want another mat, you could do like 2.5 by 2 3/4. And then that would go right here. Okay. So your call. Now, can you see here what I did? I also embossed my mat. So this is where you guys can do your own thing. Do you feel like you could get by with just 1 layer and decorate from here? Or do you want more? Okay, so clue 5 is thinking about what do you want? I want more. I always want more, you guys. I think you know that. If you don't, now you know. I love more. I want more layers. I want more embellishments. I want more ribbon. I want it all. Okay, so this piece, again, I'll move this away so you can see it was 2 3/4 by 3. And I'm going to put that right onto here, like that. Okay, and then my next piece was 2 1/2 by 2 3/4. And I did emboss it with the painted texture. Oh my gosh. Look at him. He's on my other side, Anna Carter. Look at you. Isn't he looking all handsome and like business-like there? Okay. You guys, if you don't like cats, I'm so sorry, but they're not going anywhere. If you like the cats, I'm so happy. So they definitely want to be right by me right now. Okay. I got Honey's in the light box off to my left, actually. Okay. I kind of had an idea that cats were going to be like that. Marilyn, yes, he's saying, I'm still here. All right. So you guys, this was me adding more to this card after the fact. After I was like, oh, I want more. Okay. So 2 more layers if you want them. Now you could also say, I only want 1 layer. Okay. Then if you want 1 layer, it's just 2 3/4 by 3. If you want the 2, just add in a 2 1/2 by 2 3/4. Okay. So again, it looks super wonky because of the blue. So just ignore my blue for now and pretend it's some pretty perennial lavender DSP. Okay. All right. Patty loves the cats. Yay. Okay. They are my family, you guys. I cannot deny that they are my family and they are a part of my life. So you get me, you get my cats. All right. And you get needy cats tonight. They are like little children right now. So they're like little 2-year-olds running around the forest all over the place, patiently waiting for mom to get done. So, all right. So next, you guys can probably guess our card is winding down. And we're going to move on to clue number 6. And clue number 6 is where your creativity is going to shine. Number 6 is you get to use whatever you want to zhuzh up your card the rest of the way. And this is a very generic clue for me. And you might be like, well, I don't know what to do. I don't know. Well, you have time to think about it. I'm actually going to finish, well, as much as I can, finish as much as I can on my card. So clue number 6 is using scraps of coordinating cardstock, pattern paper, and white or vanilla. Decorate the front of the card as you desire. Can you add more ribbon? You guys, I always want more ribbon on a card, again, because I love ribbon. And so how can you decorate this? So I actually, while I was upstairs cutting the cardstock, I did some stamping and I grabbed some scraps of white and I cut myself some flowers and stems like this. I also grabbed one of those paper accent butterfly things that they are carrying over, you guys. They're actually listed in the new catalog. So, and I decided to take a sponge and color it. And so I'm going to use these extra little scraps and I'm going to decorate the front of my card with these. So I'm going to grab some dimensionals. And while I'm decorating mine, you guys could be decorating yours and figure out what you want to do with yours. Or you might need some time to think about it, whatever you need. Oh, before I take that off, here's my trick. I have these stems that line up with the flowers. And I'm going to take my glue dots and put them right at the base of my lavender, like that. And we're going to put them right down here like that. Okay, and then we're going to put another one back here. So we got a little stem, which is good. And I think I'm actually going to make them a little bit shorter, like that maybe. Okay, bring them down just a hair. Then we don't have to cut much off. All right, then what I'm going to do is take my dimensionals off. And I'm going to offset my lavender, just like this. And I want my stems to kind of just cross a little bit down there. I did this one at first strength. This one at first strength in Gorgeous Grape. And I did that one at second, Highland Heather. I did Gorgeous Grape and Highland Heather. So it gave me 2 different purples. And we're just going to slightly offset these. Like, let's see, something like that maybe. What are you doing? Stop it. He's eating some flowers that were sitting there. Okay, so there's the lavender. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to be attaching that onto my card front like this. And I think in this case, I'm going to glue it flat. Right? That's just going to get a little bit of glue. And that's gonna go maybe like that. I'm not worried about the bottom hanging over. I didn't put any glue there so that it's not gonna risk getting onto the piece underneath here. And then I've got this butterfly, and that's gonna help fill this in. And hi, buddy. You wanna say hi? All right, come on. What do you want? Yep, you take up the whole camera, buddy. You know that? All right, a little bit of glue on the back side of my butterfly here. And then this is gonna go right over on the side like this. And I wanna make sure I don't have anything hanging over the right edge. And so I've got an enormously big butterfly that landed on my lavender like this. And then the last thing that I need and want is a sentiment. And I have a little strip here that I made that is maybe like 1.5 inches or 1.25 inches, and it's by 1/2 inch long or tall. And what I'm gonna do is ultimately I'm gonna stamp on this and I'm gonna pop it up right here so that when we go to open the card, it opens up like this, and then when I go to shut it, I can slide it right back behind there to help hold it. Now, it's hard to envision what this card is gonna look like. Have you gotten used to the glue dots on the other side of the roll? Yes, Melanie, I think so. It's been a couple years. I feel like the glue dots on the back side, they did that maybe, I feel like 2 years ago. And yep. It's one of those things where the glue dots used to be, what Melanie's saying, you guys, is the glue dots used to be here on this. Like you pick them off, like you open it up and you pick them off like this. Well, now it's like you have to pick them off and go like, it's on the back side. And it's been long enough now that it's become habit to go get them there. And now they're going to switch it. And then I'll have to get back to getting it used to it the other way. Okay, so, all right. Buddy, stop it. He's looking for treats, you guys. You'd think that they weren't fed. Like that Tyler didn't feed them, but he did. I put a whole thing of food out. All right, so the last clue and the famous clue, the most favorite clue of them all is number 7. In this case, is number 7. All right, so clue number 7 is embellish and Stella to your heart's content. All right, now you might be thinking, oh, we didn't get to see her finished card. I don't know what it looks like. I'm not quite sure how to finish my card. Well, I have a little bit of something of a treat in store for you. So you might recognize this card as actually being this card. And this is what it actually looks like when it's finished. This is what I mean by my little stems get hid under there. So this is the card. So it's really close, you guys. I couldn't find my designer paper, and actually Tammy Sikolik has the die here with their die cutting for this class. So this is actually one of your class cards that we're going to use for the perennial lavender. Oh, Melanie's using up her paper pumpkin glue dots. That makes sense. Yep, use those glue dots up. Hi, Barbara Godby. So this is actually the finished card. So when I was talking about the ribbon, now you can visualize what I mean by adhering the ribbon, the tails, behind the designer paper. And then what I did is I did an overhand knot right on the side here. This is all the same. And then I've got some embellishments on there. You guys, there's honey. They act like they own the place. And then this is what it looks like when it opens up. So you do get to see the finished card, all right? So this is the finished card. And so Nancy, I did not see Stella in the new catalog either, except for it was referenced on a page. And the page that it was referenced on was, I'm going to see if I can find it really quick. It does say, look at page 111. 111 in the new catalog, Nancy, it mentions Stella, okay? It tells you Stella is alive. She might not be, have a heartbeat at the moment, but she will be brought back to life and available for purchase in the near future. So they didn't want to throw suppliers under the bus, but they are having a supplier issue. So the supplier is not available. So, oh, you guys, I'm losing my power. Hang on, let's see if we can get this plugged in. Hang on. Where are my cords going? Hang on. Sorry, you got my head in. I got low power. It's a good thing we're almost done. Okay, so I don't know why. Oh, it's not plugged in. Okay, you guys, one moment. I'm trying to see where these cords all, it's right here. Oh gosh, you guys. So I'm thinking while I was gone, somebody unplugged this on me and we almost died and we don't want to die. Okay, so I saw the reference kind of teaching catalog. It is like a teaching catalog. It really, really is. They do own the place, yes. So, all right, so you guys, this card, let me go back to this. This card again is part of the Perennial Lavender class. It's the sweet class for next month. So in case anybody still wants to get signed up for this class, you will love it. This is a quasi fun fold. To me, it's like a fun fold because it's not a normal card. And then another card for the class, you guys, is this one right here. So another Purplicious card. And then there's a fun fold that is here. This was, you guys, the mystery card layout for last month. And this will be basically what we're going to do for another card. And then the last card for the Perennial Lavender class is this one. And so I double dipped, you guys. I really did. I took the mystery card layout and I used it for the Perennial Lavender class. And that is exactly what we did for last month. So these were 2 mystery cards. So you guys, it's so fun doing a mystery card with you guys because I can utilize the layouts and I pull them into my classes. And so you can see that they are dual purpose. So it's super cool. Okay, we did it. I'm just seeing here. Hi, Sharon Roosh. Do you like the card? Do you like the layout? I mean, isn't it seem like it's an easy layout to be able to just put your pretty designer paper here? If you guys wanted to, also, you could put a piece of designer paper right here. You could, when you open it up then, you could have some pretty designer paper on this side. You could also put a piece of designer paper on this side and it would make it even more stunning. Right, Ellen Brover? Stunning. Yes, definitely stunning. So you guys, your last clue was to stella and embellish to your heart's content, however you want to decorate it. I appreciate you guys being patient with the cats, and with me being a little bit tired. I do appreciate that. My words were hard a little bit. Keep on double dipping, right? I need to keep double dipping. And we're going to see if you guys can see now where Tigger is. I'll see if, I don't know how it's going to work. He's literally, I won't do it. He's literally right here now. He just is like hanging out here. So, all right. Oh, hi, Trinket. Seeing this on a small screen, thought it was the Last Supper reference. There you go. You can see the cats there. They're in the back there. So that was the reference that a lot of people at OnStage were making, that it seemed like the Last Supper, but it wasn't. It really isn't. It is a bunch of people gathering and having fun, laughing and smiling and being creative is what they were trying to embrace with the catalog. So definitely different, but not bad in any means. Like the catalog cover, I wouldn't say it's bad, and it's growing on me. It definitely is. So, okay. So we've officially finished making our card. Now, what do? You want to share it, right? Use some of the textured fabric I've been hoarding. Yes, you crumpled up and used it instead of embossing. That's perfect. Susan says, give the kitty hugs. I will definitely do that. Okay, so let's show you guys what to do now. I want to see your cards. Everybody else wants to see your cards. But where do you post them? So, oh man. Let's see if that's going to work. I had issues with having to reset my password. Oh, it worked. Okay. Oh, look at that. She just returned home last night from a jam-packed OnStage. Rose did a great job in Canada, you guys. She rocked it out of the ballpark. She did a phenomenal job. So very, very good. I want to go to my website here, or my Cards by Christine Facebook page, and I'm going to share with you where to go to show off your creations. So in the More, and then the Photos, you're going to go to, you're going to go to Events, and in the right here it is, March Mystery Card Making Event. And what you're going to do is, I can click out of that. You're going to go to the discussion. And right now, this is where you find the link for the event that I created. But right after I get done with class now, I'm going to go in here and I'm going to create a post that is going to say, share your creations here. And that is, if I go and show you here the last ones, when we did past ones, let's see if it shows it. It might not go that far back for me. Nope, it won't. But basically what you're going to do is go into that event in my Facebook page, and you're going to share your creations. You can show the front, you can show the inside, whatever you want. And what I'll do is I'm going to grab everybody's name who submitted a card, and we're going to do a drawing. And the drawing will be at class next week on the 28th, I believe. We're going to do it. So you have until next week, Wednesday night, which is the 27th. So you almost have a week and a half to get your card done and get it submitted. So Dana said this made her day. Yay! The baby is in the, oh, yeah, yeah. So some of the comments are repeating now. I see that. So I took my son's girlfriend with me. Oh, good. Okay. All right. So make sure you get your card shared. You guys, we're going to be live tomorrow at 11 a.m. I'm going to be doing the makeup session of the Let's Just Stamp that I missed from earlier today. So those that took the class with me, I did email the PDF out to you this morning. I did it while I was at the hotel in Charlotte. So you guys, I did email that out to you this morning for those that signed up for class. And then Rose will be live tomorrow at 1:30, and we're going to be doing the technique class with her. So she'll be live at 1:30 Central, which is 12:30 her time. And so you get 2 classes tomorrow, a double header on Tuesday. All right. And then Thursday night, we have the Nature Sweetness class. And so I do have the Nature Sweetness class available. I have just a couple left of the blueberry class. And then there's plenty of Nature Sweetness. And for the March ink, paper, scissors, I'll have to check to see if I have any left. So yeah, so good. Did you guys have fun? Did you enjoy this episode of Mystery Card Night with me? Wonderful masterclass. Oh, good. I was watching on the TV. Fun card. Good, you guys. This was a great opportunity to use some texture. Okay. So I saw that comment again. All right, you guys. So we got lots of lives coming up for you this week. We're going to be designing one more class. I realized that I didn't get the in color class done for next month. And so that's what we're going to try to work on tomorrow, so that we have all of the cards done for the month of April. And then I'll schedule the showcase for sometime next week. So the April showcase will be maybe like the 26th or the 27th of next week. So I missed your comment, Melanie Foy. It was something like the a link access to how to get to it. A link would be great. I didn't see it, Melanie. It just flashed really fast. It said something about, a link would help. That's cardsbychrisb.com, and then photos, events, and then discussion. So Melanie Foy, thank you for posting that. Actually, the photo was incorrect. It was basically my Facebook page, you guys. So it's actually my Facebook page, Cards by Christine, and then click on events, and then it's under discussion for the Mystery Card Night. And you guys, if you don't get emails from me, I highly suggest that you sign up to get my emails by going to my website. My website can be found here at cardsbychrisb.com. If you go to my website and you subscribe to get emails from me, tomorrow I will be scheduling an email to publish to you that will share. So the link is down here. It says sign up for my emails. If you sign up, you'll get emails from me. And the emails will share things with you, like when I have upcoming classes and when there are sales and information that is pertinent or good to have. And if you don't ever want it, you can always unsubscribe. But tomorrow I'm going to be scheduling an email that goes out that says, here's the video for Mystery Card Night, and here is the post or the link to the post for you guys to share your card. So if you get emails from me and you check your emails regularly, you'll get to see that, and that will actually have the direct link to go to it. But for those, Highland Beasley from Utah, for those of you that want to publish your cards right away, you can go to Facebook and then Cards by Christine, my Facebook page, go to events, and then look for the Mystery Card Night that happened right now, and then go to discussion. So that's the way to find it. Okay. All right. So, all right, you guys. Well, we did it. We were just slightly over an hour because I don't think we started quite on time. I am going to give my kittens a little bit of love so that they don't feel like I am slighting them. And Tyler should be home any minute, and we are going to have dinner and enjoy each other's company for a little bit before I fall asleep. So, all right, you guys, lots of sunshine, love, and big hugs to you. Thank you so much for everybody for your support this last year. We were recognized and honored for the event, or for the things that we accomplished. And not a lot of demonstrators, less than 1% actually, can say that they achieve earning the incentive trip that they are in the top of the company. And it was number 11 last year it was the year ending 2023. And I was number 11 in the US, which is astonishing. And I didn't get that number by myself. That was a combination of all my customers who have supported me, all my team that has joined my team, and they qualified and then they promoted. And so it was definitely a team. Teamwork makes the dream work. That is definitely what I say. I don't do all these things by myself. And so I do, I love what I do, and I have people around me that love what's happening as well. And so I can't thank everybody enough that has shown me your support and love through these last years. It's been amazing. So eat something and go to bed. Yes, Mom. That is what I will do. So, all right, you guys, we will see you tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central. You will not be disappointed if you switch. So, all right, I'll look back through some comments to see if I can find what you guys are talking about. But yes, Hildy, you are correct. There is a paper pumpkin that is in color featuring them. That's usually the May paper pumpkin, not April, but May. So the in color paper is definitely May. So, all right, you guys, we'll see you later. If you missed seeing some pictures that I shared, they're on Facebook in my Cards by Christine page. You can catch up on what we've been doing these last couple days. All right, love you a long time. Bye.